Welcome back to the training vlogs. Today we're looking at a Thursday and a Friday session. Starting out with back extension, swimmers. Definitely a different one that I start with. I never really start with this exercise, but I had a lot of accessories I wanted to do on Thursday. Decided to kind of superset some because the actual lifts weren't too heavy or anything, so I didn't need as much rest as I was expecting. So I decided to dabble in a little bit of accessories here and there, hitting muscles that I wasn't going to use during the sets, which was good and bad at the same time because, believe it or not, full body movement workouts tend to not do well whenever you're supersetting them with anything. But we have our 3x3 push press, or thrusters I should say, because it's a front squat with a push press. It's a thruster. I was having a little trouble with the mic today. It wasn't picking up as well, so I didn't get a whole lot of commentary actually during the lifting session. All in all, it was a pretty good session. Everything felt good. Front squats felt good. I'm assuming hopefully this mic actually picks something up. Today I want to discuss about negative thoughts in weightlifting. In my video, I tend to call myself garbage or trash or I suck, it feels bad, things like that. And at the end of the day, I know that I don't truly think that about myself, but the words that you speak and the more that you say will tend to shape your perception of yourself and bring those to the actual real world. So if any of you watching this video are into reading self-help books, the book 12 Rules for Life by Jordan Peterson has a rule, and it's rule 2. Well, that was ugly. Treat yourself like someone you're responsible for helping. And the way I view this is that every single decision that you make for yourself during the day, I put myself in the shoes that if this were somebody that I was advising for, would I advise this person to make that decision or this decision, things like that. So if you were advising somebody after a lift saying, okay, that was really bad, like that sucked, you're garbage, you suck, you might as well just give up, right? You shouldn't say that to somebody, so why would you say it to yourself? And listen, I'm not gonna sit here and act like I am guilt-free of this right here, because I just made a video about a song for snatching, and it's just kind of like that.
If you're an Olympic weightlifter and you've ever missed a snatch, this song's for you.
Yo, you missed that snatch and you're trash. Like seriously, stop lifting, like you suck. So you can see I'm not guilt-free when it comes to it myself. I'm dragging today, dude. Really dragging. I didn't think I was that fatigued from those deadlifts, but I guess I am. So at the end of the day, you should really treat yourself as a weightlifter as you were somebody you're supposed to help. Right after a bad lift or something that doesn't feel good, say to yourself, that definitely wasn't the best lift. There's things that I need to fix, such as being A, B, C, and D. Need to fix those things. I hope y'all enjoy the view. Always try to get cool angles since I'm my solo photographer. Videographer? I don't know. Maybe. Supersetting with reverse clamshells. Really like reverse clamshells for just that internal rotation. Something in between the knees will give you more range of motion. Really feel it out here on this hip. So don't ever be too hard on yourself in this sport. You're never going to be perfect at it. You're never going to have it all figured out. All the elite weightlifters don't even have it figured out. So be nice to yourself. Joke with yourself a little bit, but don't let those negative thoughts turn into reality, and that's what you actually think about yourself. So we're looking at my snatch pulls that I did here at 140. I felt pretty good. Bar path was looking good, especially right off the floor. I really liked how it's not going out forward past the knee. So I decided to actually do some yo-yo type snatch pulls where you don't actually drop it and you control more on the way down. So I want to work on building that back strength as I go down to the floor. And you'll see a comparison of my start position versus like that really low hanging position of the snatch and my back angle. It's a little bit different than what I would actually like. Ideally, your start position should be identical to if you were to lower a snatch pull all the way down to the floor and pause right as it touches the ground. So you can see here actually on the left, this is my start position. And on the right, that is my low hang position. On the right side, you'll notice the hip, it's just a tad lower as compared to the one on the left. You want those angles to be pretty much completely equal. It's a very minute difference, but you kind of get to where I'm at where, I've been training for 5.5 years. The progress is much more harder to achieve. These little small minute differences is what kind of makes the difference between 5 and 10 kilos on your snatch or your clean and jerk. Here's my last set. When I get to the top, I notice my shoulders are a little bit further back behind the bar than what I ideally want. I would like them to be a few inches more forward over the bar and still have that nice good bend in the knees so that I can really explode in that position. I really like good mornings because it's such a great lower back, hamstring, and glute exercise. But they often get a very bad rap because people do them wrong. People often take the bar, they just round their back and bend over. But how I like to do it is a little bend in the knee, brace the core like so you're getting ready to get punched in the stomach. Yeah, with a good morning, I cannot tell you how many people I've had tell me that they're just bad for you, they're bad for your back. And this is true, they are bad for your back if you do them completely wrong and you round too much and you really let that weight fold you during the exercise. Of course, it could be bad for your disc if you're moving the lumbar spine a whole lot during this exercise. But if you keep a really stable, rigid core and load the glutes and hamstrings during this exercise, it's perfectly safe for your back, and it's actually probably one of the best exercises for your lower back. I think we all know activities and things that have the highest risk tend to have the greatest reward to some degree. Back with our bands, supination and pronation. I've really enjoyed doing these exercises. I think they've really done a great job at strengthening my wrist and my forearms. The hardest thing about this is keeping, all the tension in your forearms, because if you go rotating your whole shoulder and everything, you're just going to start working internal and external rotation of the shoulders. So you got to keep that elbow really steady and focus on just supinating and pronating that wrist. I did 3 sets of good mornings, one at 90, one at 100, and then I did another at 110 kilos. So general population watching this is like, he's gonna break his back. I could. Knock on wood, I haven't yet, right? Actually did mess up on my last set of good mornings. It was supposed to be a set of 8, but I only did 7. Something about me and counting reps is just really bad. If it's over 5, I tend to lose count sometimes, and I just forget what I'm doing, and it's just one of those things. I got to get better at counting and paying attention during my sets because I miss out on a couple reps here and there. Either way, I think this set was actually a PR good morning. I don't think I ever did 242 or 110 kilos. So PR, woo! A lot of people are scared of loading their back extensions. Don't be. If you want to build a really strong lower back, doing loaded back extensions on a GHD has been key for me. I rarely have back pain, knock on wood. Try to keep it that way by keeping your back strong. So as long with good mornings, same goes with back extensions. I've had a lot of people tell me that the back extensions are a pretty rough exercise for the lower back. It is a rough exercise for the lower back. It builds strength. It really challenges your lower back. So I recommend loading up with some weight. Start light if you've never done weight, 10 pounds, 20 pounds, something like that. But you should be able to work up to some heavy weight at some point in your life to really build that back extension strength that you desperately need. Now I got some wrist exercises I'm furthering doing. Got wrist flexion, wrist extension, wrist radial deviation, wrist ulnar deviation. It's great to work all different directions, really focusing on strengthening just those forearm muscles through the range of motion. High reps always. And this was our last exercise before we got on to the next training day on Friday.
The next day.
Which I actually did at my physical therapy clinic after work. It was a power snatch plus snatch. I was actually pretty daunted by the 110 kilo power snatch plus snatch when I had programmed, since my best power snatch was only 125, but they actually went a lot better than I expected. Don't know if that one was power. This is supposed to be a power snatch 4 sets. As you can see, the first one was pretty questionable. We're just gonna ride these out. Let them rip. Okay. When doing your power snatches, you'll see a lot of people starfish. I'm a big person when it comes to starfishing as well, but you really shouldn't change your foot position at all when you do your power snatches. They need to be the same catch position as a regular snatch. Don't think about spreading your feet just to make sure it's a power snatch. If you don't make the power snatch, you don't make it. At least you'll make a good snatch. Don't starfish. Oh, good God. I myself have gotten a lot better at not starfishing as compared to, if any of you have seen the 120 kilo power snatch I did like 2 years ago, it was pretty rough. It's gross. Gross, gross. Ew. Oh, why am I so bad? I'm terrible. Just awful. Maybe one day I'll be good. See, there I am with that negative talk again. I'm gonna start trying to be better about it, and I hope all of you are a lot better about it as well. And that you quit talking down on yourself whenever you're not having the best day. It's impossible to have the best day every day because you never have a best day if you didn't have bad days, right? So stop with the negative talk and be more positive about yourself. Definitely feeling fatigued from all this volume and everything we're doing. Fatigue's adding up quickly. Money, like $3. And it's the same thing with your power cleans. Don't starfish just to make a power clean. Like it's really not worth it. Keep your technique, good foot positioning, you know, same width as your catch stance for a regular clean. Don't overcomplicate it. If you power clean it, you power clean. If you don't, chances are it's still a good clean. So don't worry about it. All right, let's whip it up. Last set. Friday, it's the weekend. Gotta get a little crazy. I really like this clinic, you know. It's got really good everything you need. Wish there was more turf. We get everything we need done, you know. It's good. Oh, that's light. That's light. Accessories. Gonna hit some little arms for the accessories. Underrated shoulder exercise. Especially if you just want to pump blood. That supraspinatus, which is part of your rotator cuff. Very important muscle. One of the most commonly torn rotator cuff muscles. Actually, I don't know. Definitely that or the infraspinatus. I have to look at something. Oh my God, it's right burning. It's gonna be funny. It's my favorite in the gym. People who lateral raises like this feel like a counter hop. So goofy. All right, that's the end of the training vlog. Thanks for watching. Finishing up on some tricep kickbacks. I know this was a longer one, but if you finish it out to the end, I really appreciate your viewership and thanks for watching. I hope we'll see you in the next one. Have a great day.